Today we have Bhante Anomadassi, who's from Sri Lanka but based in Hong Kong. He's been based in Hong Kong for quite a while actually. So Bhante Anomadassi is actually a Sri Lankan Theravada Buddhist monk who has a deep and learned understanding of the Buddha Dhamma. Now he's an accomplished scholar with many academic qualifications under his belt. He has 2 master's degrees from the University of Hong Kong, namely in Buddhist counseling and another in Buddhist studies. He also has a master's from the University of Kelaniya in Sri Lanka. And I believe he's going for the 4th master's program. First time I've come across a monk with 4 master's programs, degrees with him. He has also obtained a bachelor's degree in Buddhist studies from the Buddhist College in Singapore and a bachelor's degree in Sanskrit from the University of Kelaniya. He has obtained full scholarships for all his graduate and postgraduate studies. He's a brilliant monk. So we are very fortunate to have in our midst a young and very inspiring Buddhist monk who will speak to us on this very interesting topic, the Buddhist perspective on ghosts and spirits. See, Bhante, I told you, this kind of topic, you see the full house. He was worried that nobody will turn up because of the topic. I said, no, this is the kind of topic you'll bring in the crowds. So we hand the mic to Bhante to start this evening's Dhamma sharing.
Good evening, everyone. So, shall we put our palms together? And we can say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, before start this talk, so I will invite you to practice kind of the grounding technique, mindfulness technique, in order to ground our mind and body. It's mean kind of the preparation to give our full attention to the talk. Okay? So you can sit comfortably. So if you like it, you can close your eyes and bring your attention towards your sitting posture. Is it comfortable? If it is not still comfortable, you can adjust a little bit. Make yourself comfortable. Make sure that the posture that you are sitting is very comfortable, so that you can feel the sensation where your legs and the cushion is the touching area. You can feel the sensation there. What type of sensations there? Then slowly you can go back to your knees. It is pain, or it's very natural, very neutral, or very comfortable. Goes down to your lower part of legs and bring your awareness, mindfulness toward your feet. How do you feel it? What kind of sensation you are experiencing at this moment? Is it cold, warm, or you don't feel anything? It's totally fine. Stay for a while there, observing your feet and the flow, the sensation there. And now I invite you to bring your attention towards your abdomen. What is happening there when you are breathing and breathing out? And slowly you can bring your attention to your chest and shoulders, and finally the tip of your nose. And experience the sensation when you are breathing and breathe out. And may I be calm and relaxed while I am breathing and breathing out. May I be calm and relaxed while I am breathing and breathing out. Okay, if you are ready, you can slowly open your eyes. Okay, dear friends in Dhamma, today's topic is very interesting. So that is why I feel a lot of the people here, it's full. There are some other beings that you can't see, behind you. It's full. Who knows, Who knows? We don't know. Let's see what's the Buddhist perspective. Here, dear friends, first of all, I should be emphasized here. The Buddhist perspective means here the Theravada Buddhist perspective. Don't misunderstand. So we have three types of Buddhisms: Theravada Buddhism, and the Mahayana Buddhism, and what is the last one? Vajrayana Buddhism. There are so many other schools under these three traditions. So the point I'm going to present today, they are under Theravada Buddhism. So before I'm just jump into the topic, I want to give you some rough idea where we are. I mean the samsaric life. So again, as I mentioned earlier, according to the Theravada Buddhism, so Buddhism categorized after Buddha's passed away under 4 Nikayas. So there's one Nikaya called Samyutta Nikaya. In the Samyutta Nikaya, Samyutta means the combine, the come together, the gather together. In the Nikaya, there's a called the one Samyutta called Anamatagga Sanyutta. The theme of this Sanyutta is Buddha explained the nature of the Samsara. Samsara means again the birth and death circle. So Buddha says that almost all the suttas of this Samyutta, this section, start with the very famous statement. Buddha says that Anamataggo yam bhikkave sansaro pubbha kotina panyayati. Monks, this samsara is without a discoverable beginning. Here, dear friends, without impossible to discoverable beginning means this doesn't mean that there is no beginning. No matter how far we go back, we can't find the beginning. It's a circle. It's a death, birth, death, and circle. That's the samsara is called, it's a circle. So Buddha says that when someone develops kind of the particular unique knowledge, which is called that Pubbhe Kata Nivasa Nussati Jnana. Pubbhe Kata means, Pubbha means the previously, Kata means done. Jnana means knowledge. The someone who develop, actually this knowledge can't develop by the normal people, ordinary people. Only Buddhas can. When someone attain the Buddhahood, he can this knowledge. This is the just unique knowledge for the Buddha. So he could able to go back to millions and billions the lifetime in the past and see what happened, what kind of being he was before he attained the Buddhahood. But there are some other type of knowledge that people like us, we can develop our mind to that extent, that level. It is called the Dibba Chakku, the divine eye, divine ear, divine eye, and Dibba Sota, the divine ear. So someone who developed his mind unto that level, that high level, he also can see their past lives. So those people like us, ordinary people, we can't see. And also Buddha says that this world we are living today, before the creation doesn't mean that somebody create this world, the natural process. The first being came from another universe. So scientifically it is, some have proven that there's a being in the other world. So in Aganya Sutta, which is explained the natural creation and the destruction of the world and how being arise this world. So very beautiful sutta. So it's not time to explain all these things. I just give you the rough idea before we go into the Peta world. And also there's another discourse, it's called the Gaddula Sutta. Gaddula has two suttas. The one sutta explains that the monks, there will be a time this great mountain will burn up and become ashes. No more exit. The great ocean will be dry up, evaporate, and like a desert. No more exit. And there will be a time that is great earth will be burned and become ashes. No longer exist. But still, there will be living beings who are wandering on the cycle of existence, what is called Samsara, hindrance by ignorance and fettered by craving. I do not say that there is the end of suffering and stress of the being. So no matter this world is destroyed in its natural process, still beings are wandering in this circle. There's no escape until we eradicate Lobha Desa Moha, the root cause of defilement. So, even if this earth we are living on were to be destroyed, living beings would migrate through the universe from one realm to existence and another level of existence. That's what I said before. So, this world continue to exist because the beings, as long as we act, we do the good and bad action, as long as we accumulate wholesome and unwholesome karmic energy, we have to continue. No matter we are all doing good, still we are accumulating positive, constructive, wholesome karmic energy. Then we have to go. We have to follow this circle. There we are in a very danger and uncertain. Of course, there's happiness there, but it's still not guaranteed yet. In Buddhism, explain the world that we are living, the human world is not the only world. According to the Buddhist cosmology, there are 31 plane of existence. So being born, not only we have seen the being born from the mother's womb and from the egg and the moisture places, but there are one type of being, dear friends, they born spontaneously. It is called Opapatika Satta. They are born spontaneously. So today, the beings, the ghosts, we are going to talk about later, they are born spontaneously. So what happened to the Nama Rupa? What happened to our body and mind when we pass away? So Buddha says that earth goes to earth, air goes to air. In this way, all the five aggregate, the Nama Rupa goes to their own parts. So what happened to then our mind? Mind means our consciousness. Consciousness means what? Accumulation of our good and bad karmic energy. So it is energy. So we all know that, and you know better than me, my science knowledge is zero. So I got that reading and listening to the talk. So you are, maybe you have science knowledge. So we all know that the very fundamental nature of the energy is, energy can be created. What do you think? Cannot, right? So energy can't be created, as well as energy can't be destroyed. So what happened to energy then? Energy transform one form to another. So I mentioned earlier, I said before, so karma and its vipaka is an energy. So it cannot be destroyed. It should be then transformed to another form. So when our body become decay, when our body is no longer function properly, or in short we can say, when you die, what happened to this karmic force is flow out and find in a suitable place and start again. That is we call birth, rebirth. Here again, dear friends, very controversial point. Some tradition believe that when someone passes away, the being directly do not reborn in another world, but they exit another exit temporary for certain period of time. So it is called intermediate state. Again, I highlight, this is the Theravada point of view. So don't misunderstand, okay? I know that the Mahayana and the Vajrayana tradition, they believe that intermediate state, which is called the Gandhabba state, after someone passes away, not the soul, that karmic energy flow in there 49 days. So within these 49 days, we can do a lot of good deeds in order to help that helpless being. Okay? So here, but Theravada, we do not believe in such thing. So it is the one point of understanding. I'm not saying that it's right or wrong, okay? So that is the one tradition understood this is. So it's like the example is given in the tradition. It happened like a leech. How leech movie, you know the leech, right? The small creature who suck the blood. So how he live? So when he detached from the one, and another end, he catch, right? So the Samsara, when someone die, immediately he will reborn. So Milinda Panya, which is a very interesting book, so give a very nice example. So King Milinda asked the question about regarding this matter. The Bhante asked the question from the Venerable Nagasena. Asked Bhante, what happened? Someone who passed away here and will born in the Brahma world. You see, the human world is the fifth, and the Brahma world is the above one. We don't know how far. We don't know. We don't know. It's uncalculable. It's infinite. Yeah, we don't know. And what happened? What happened? Someone passed away here and be born in Kusinara. And who will born first? They both pass away at the same time, and ask who will go burn first? Those who go to the Brahma world, or those who born in Kusinara? What do you think? Who will burn first? Same time. Yeah, it simultaneously happened. Yeah. So King Nagasena still didn't get it. Asked him to give example. So Nagasena gave a very nice example. Suppose king think that you are here, okay, you are in Malaysia. So, how far from Malaysia to Singapore? If you drive, just few hours, right? So how far from here to America? If you fly, 10 hours, more than 10 hours, right? So if you think that, I ask you to think, okay, think about to go to Singapore. Done, right? So think about go to America. Still in the flight or there? We already there, right? So this thing, it doesn't matter how close or how far, immediately it's happened. So birth, it happened immediately when someone passed away. And when someone passes away, the birth can take place not only human world, not only the animal world, not only that we call the ghost, the preta. So these two worlds normally we can see, right? The animal and the human world. Divine we have heard, but we have never seen. We have never been there. We have seen from the pictures only. And the preta worlds are the same. But it says that not only these three realms, but it is possibility to be born in all the 31 plane of existence. So what is the cause for being to be born in those different realms? It's the karma. It's the karma. Buddha says that karma brings us to here and there. If you do the good things, we accumulated positive, constructive, wholesome karmic energy, mostly our rebirth can take place in a happier, comfortable, and higher realm. Whereas if we accumulated bad, destructive, unwholesome karmic energy, most probably our next birth will take place in a lower realm. So Buddha says that this is the karma that we beings lead to the higher or lower level. Okay. Before going to the etymology, how this preta means, so what do you think that? Does ghost exist or not? Have someone have seen a ghost here? Have seen the ghost? Okay, we can listen to them at the end of the talk. Huh? So recently, not recently actually. So I was in Thailand 2018. So every year in the winter vacation, our college, we sent out to the different part of the world there we can practice meditation. Sometimes to the Burma, sometimes to Thailand. So 2018, I was sent to the Thailand. So Ajahn Chah, the meditation center, it's not the main branch, but there's another meditation center near the Burmese border, which is a very remote area. The center is called Dhammagiri Foundation. Dhammagiri Foundation. There is no transportation. We had to somebody came to the city and pick up to there. Okay. So when we were there, so according to their tradition, on full moon day, in Ajahn Chah, the main branch, once a week they have to practice overnight meditation. So that Dhammagiri Foundation, we have to practice overnight meditation on full moon day. So it is very intensive meditation retreat, 21 days, starting from the 3:32 until 8:30. There is no any means of communication. We just totally shut down. Yeah. So on the full moon day, it's a volunteer. We are asked to join the overnight, the meditation retreat. It doesn't mean that from 6:30 to the next day, 5:30, we practice on cushion meditation. So what is interesting is, at the midnight, the ajahns, the teachers, and the practitioners start to share the ghost stories. And also their experiences when they are encountered and again when they are practicing in the jungle, which is called the Dutanga. So one ajahn from America, he says, not his own experience and somebody else's experience when he's practicing in the meditation center, meditation hall. So he's a very, very nice person, very young, and he abandoned everything and fully committed to the meditation, the practice. So he says that one day, one evening, so when everybody left the hall, meditation hall, he was there alone. So he wanted to continue another few more minutes. So when he closed his eyes, practicing there alone, just in front of the Buddha statue, he felt that somebody is moving here, coming from the one corner. Somebody is coming from the one corner, and he was closing eyes and practicing meditation, but he feel that somebody is moving, and come closer that he feel that somebody is going here and there, and he started to the goosebumpy. But he was not there to open his eyes. He was so terrified, but didn't open the eyes. And he feel that somebody is going to this, walking this way to other way, and standing there again, going with them, like that. So he was so terrified. But he didn't open, because he was not there to open. And he said maybe because he doesn't want to, maybe he is scared, he's terrified. Or maybe he said that I don't want to disturb my meditation technique. I want to continue to experience what is happening there. So after a while, that thing, he felt that something moving away and become very normal. So after this incident, he approached the Ajahn, the teacher, and asked about it. And he said, it's very normal here. It's very normal here. There are some guardians in the monastery and this hall. Time to time, people experience such thing. So it's kind of the spirit. Kind of the spirit. So people sometimes, especially those who practice the solitary meditation, time to time they explain. Anyway, that's another funny story. So that story tells us what? The spirit is exiting, right? So another friend of mine, when I was in Myanmar, swimming meditation center, Ajahn Chajaniya's meditation center, which is very known to the American, Chinese, and Korean. So that friends told me that there's another Sayadaw. Sayadaw means a senior monk in Burma. So he has been practicing meditation in the jungle, and he want to know that whether God exists or not. So in the jungle, he didn't find out. He was not satisfied. He didn't see any ghosts there. So he ventured himself. Okay, then I heard that it's popularly known that ghosts, where they live? Cemetery, right? They live in the cemetery. So he ventured himself to cemetery and start practicing meditation, thinking that, okay, if there's a ghost, they should be here. I should be seeing ghosts today, because this is the ghost dwelling place. So after a while, he closed his eyes. He feels that something is coming from, he can see the sound when somebody is coming from the jungle. So he feels that somebody is not the small, not like a human, something is very giant, very big one is approaching. When it's come closer and closer, the Sayadaw was so terrified, so he can't keep practicing. So he want to make sure that who is the ghost or somebody else, something else. So he opened his eyes, took his torch, the light, and pointed where the sound is coming. The small rat. The small rat was searching food. So there's no ghost. So it is not the things that there is no ghost or not. Ghosts are not interested in such things. So dear friends, these are two stories. I have some more stories I will share later. So one story experienced the kind of the spirit, and another one he went there, he ventured himself, and find out whether the God is exist. He didn't experience such anything, just the mental creations. So what is the etymology? Etymology of the faith. Faith is the Pali word. Preta is the Sanskrit. The both mean departed and deceased or dead person. Also we call it the ghost or spirit. The term, the pre plus ether, that's how these terms the combine. Huh? The gone forth, departed. We normally, those who pass away, we call it preta. It's not necessary to be born in a ghost realm. Somebody passed away, we call it preta. Okay, that is why when you are transferring merit, we call yatavari vapura paripurenti sagarang evameta ito dinnam petanang upakappati. This peta means here doesn't mean that our relatives be born in the ghost realm. Huh? It's a passed away, the deceased, the dead one. Dharma Sangraha. Dharma Sangraha is one of the very ancient Chinese, I would say the Sanskrit Chinese Buddhist text attributed to the Nagarjuna. Nagarjuna is one of the great Mahayana Buddhist scholar. Okay? So it is mentioned that Preta refers to one of the 6 destinations. It's called the Gati destination. And accordingly, Preta means the hungry ghost. So when we refer to the Chinese Buddhism or Vajrayana Buddhism, Preta means is hungry ghost. we talk about the hungry ghost later. If we don't talk about hungry ghost in this topic, I think there's no point. Right? It's useless. We should talk about hungry ghost. I will talk about. In Chinese, it's called that Ikui. Is it correct, my pronunciation? It's Ikui, right? Ekui. Oh, Ekui. You know, hungry. Oh, Ekui, hungry. So my pronunciation is, I can't pronounce the Chinese word. That is why I gave up. It's in Chinese. So Ekui. Ekui. Ek means hungry. Yeah. So I see. So in Chinese Buddhism, Preta means hungry ghost. Preta Visaya, Preta Loka refers to where the Preta, the dead ones, are dwelling, living. So in Buddhist art and literature, they are often depicted as starving beings with a huge belly, but very tiny mouth. What does it mean? That tiny mouth, it's not possible, it's not enough to feed that the mount-like belly. So they are always starving. They are never satisfied. So that is how the hungry ghosts or preta were depicted in the Buddhist tradition. And also, when he refers to the doctrine where the talk about the preta, so very often we come across the pretas like they are naked and covered only with hair, and also the flames coming from the mouth and making very mournful sounds. That's how the preta was explained in the doctrine. The hungry ghost. Here, dear friends, hungry ghost is not in the Buddhist tradition actually. That tradition, that belief came to the Buddhism from the Taoism. So I will explain a little bit, just compare a little bit how hungry ghost is explained in the Taoism and in the Buddhism. So my understanding about Taoism also very little knowledge. Huh? So you are from the Chinese tradition, maybe you have the better understanding than me. So if there's something, the information that I am explaining to you is the wrong, at the end of you can make it correct, okay? And another thing I should emphasize here, so I'm not going to condemn any cultural, traditional, religious belief here, just to give some understanding, better understanding about the true tradition. So according to, dear friends, according to the Tao religious belief, in the 7th month, the hell gates are open, and the hungry goat start wandering on earth, searching for food. So we have various entertainment programs to entertain those pretas, so ghosts. So country like Hong Kong, Taiwan, I don't know Malaysia, I have never attended any rituals. Singapore, definitely I believe here as well. So during this period, they send to the lanterns, the lotus-like lanterns, and the boat to the sea or the lake to see the ghost. And also, we people performing, it's a Vayan, right? Vayan. It's a purpose to entertain the ghost, right? And also, not only that, we burn a lot of fake money. I would say the paper money. Hell no. Yeah, hell no. And also, and the very luxurious thing, houses, car, and the credit card. I saw the passport also, right? Passport and so many other things they burn, believing that will benefit for the hungry ghost. Not only that, during this period, when the hell gates are open, children are advised to come home early. Right? Come home early. And people are not there, people are not go for swimming. They are avoiding. Because they believe that, they traditionally believe that the hungry ghost can possess them, haunt them, right? Yeah. And also, during this period, people do not do any auspicious thing. I mean, like the house moving, wedding, and so on, right? Is that the custom here, right? So that is one part of the traditional belief we have it. So this is, I'm not saying that this is the wrong. I'm saying that is the belief of the Taoism. Buddhism also believe in hungry ghost. In 31 plane of existence, the lower, there's four lower realms. The second one is Preta world, hungry ghost. We believe in. But we don't believe what Tao followers believe. Dear friends, Buddhism is an accommodative religion. When Buddhism was introduced to other part of the world, either China, when especially China, they embrace, adapt to the local culture. Buddhism didn't deny the local culture. So when Buddhism was introduced to the mainland, the China, the Taoism was there. And Confucianism is there. So adapting, embracing Buddhism, embracing Taoism and Confucianism, the Chinese people created the Buddhism. It is called the Chinese Buddhism. So that is why even we are Buddhists in Malaysia, Singapore, Taiwan, China, Hong Kong. During that 7-month period, we also celebrate the Ghost Festival. So we have been living very harmoniously for thousands of years. There's no any conflict, huh? No conflict. There's no right or wrong. That's how the Buddhism adapted. That's how Buddhism was accommodated. So Buddhism recognized hungry ghost realm as one of the 4 unhappy realms. This realm is known as Pretaloka. Pretas are kind of spirit-like beings, light-like beings, and shadow-like beings. Those beings do not have gross level of physical bodies. They have very subtle astral bodies. So our naked eye can't be seen. As I mentioned earlier, so they are depicted in the Buddhist monasteries, in the Buddhist art, as being with the tiny mouth, very tiny mouth, with big belly. It means that they are never satisfied. They will never have enough food or enough drinks. They will never satisfy. These are the beings who are suffering from excessive greed. Their greed cannot be satisfied. There is no saturating point here. So no satisfaction is there. That is why we call the hungry ghost. However, dear friends, these beings in this kind of suffering situation are not forever. According to the Buddhism, they are like human realms. They will not suffer there for forever. There is no certain period of time they will live in that kind of the realm, as in the above of the human world. Others, that the few kalpas will be, how many others realms, like the divine realms, like Brahma world. There's a certain type of the ages, the million or 1,000 and 100 of kalpas. But the lower 4 realms, particularly the ghost realm, the Preta world, there is no certain time period. And also it is not the permanent state. When their bad, unwholesome karmic energy is over, they have a possibility to be born in either human world or divine world or any other worlds. They will be born. So according to the Buddhist understanding, Buddhist point of view, it is not the permanent state of existence, it is the impermanent. When you are there, when you are born in Preta world, why were they born in the Preta world? Because of their bad karma. It doesn't mean that he has done nothing good. Right? So when the consequences, the result of the bad karma is over, then they will be born. And another thing that those who born in the Preta world, they can get married from their relatives. We can transfer marriage to them. Later on, I will go to our doctrinal and the Pretavat to explain that beautiful tradition of transfer marriage was explained in there. So when you transfer marriage, they can enjoy, they can rejoice that's married, and there's a possibility they can change it there. So but we see here, if the picture is clear, human the lifespan 10 years upwards to every day. So when the world is, it's explained in some discourses, when the world is destroyed, and destroy means not nobody destroy, yeah? It's a natural process. The life drop to the 10 age. We know that we are deteriorating the age. And above the other realms, they have the few kalpas. Kalpas means there is no, it's incalculable. Actually here is given some simile. The monks ask, how long is the kalpa? So Buddha says that it's incalculable. If I give the numbers, you can't understand. So the monks ask, give me simile so that we can understand how far it is. So Buddha says that suppose there were 20 Kosalan cart laws. Kosala means the kind of the kingdom in India previously. We may take like a container, okay? We suppose that the container. And those containers are full of sesame seed. Sesame seed. So one person at the end of every 100 year come and take one sesame seed. So there was a 20 container full of sesame seed. One person at the end of the 100 year go there and take one sesame seed. So when that sesame seed end from that 20 container, this is one kalpa. So that's just giving the understand the how is the kalpa, right? So if we born in hell, the says that later there are some discourses. So if time allows, we can go. If you born in there is very difficult to escape. It's almost impossible. So did I answer your question? Okay. So let's go to how Buddhist doctrine explain the preta. There are so many discourses actually, which explain the preta and hell being. There is one Sanyukta, whole Sanyukta called the Yaksa Sanyukta. It's all talk about the Yaksas. And there are some other Sanyuktas and Suttas explain the hell. Today, I just focus only preta. It's a preta and the hell beings are two different. They are different. So, two Brahmin approached Buddha and they told to the Buddha, the Gautama, the Buddha, we perform dana, generosity, in order to share the merits with our departed one. So is it possible our departed relatives to enjoy these merits? Buddha says that if the condition is right, good, they will get it. If the conditions are wrong, they don't get it. Very direct, right? Very direct. So Buddha says that those who do bad things when they were alive, basically do break in the 5 precepts, we can simply say, break in the 5 precepts. After they are dead and gone, they will born in preta world. Only they can get the merits. The Sutta explains there's other beings, they born in the human world, those who born in the divine world, those who born in hell, those who born in the animal realm, they cannot receive our merits. The preta world, those who born in there, still we can help them. That is why there's no certain period of the lifespan there. If their conditions arise, they can escape from the hell, escape from the preta world. And another discourse which is called the Atti Sutta, where Venerable Moggallana saw a ghost. Venerable Moggallana, Arhat Moggallana, Bhante Moggallana and Lakkana, when he was going for alms round from the Vulture's Peak mountain, and on the way, coming down from that mountain, Venerable Moggallana smiled at one place, in one stop. Yeah. Then the Venerable Bhante Lakkana noticed and asked the question, why Bhante you smile? So Moggallana said, this is not the right time to ask this question. I will answer when we were in the presence of the Buddha. So after their alms round, after having their meals, lunch, then finally they approached the Buddha, and then the story was reported to the Buddha, and the Buddha was asked, the Moggallana was asked. The Venerable Moggallana said, yeah, when he was descending from the Vulture Peak mountain, I saw the bean, like skeleton beings, flowing there. Not only that, the crows and the vultures and the eagle chasing him. So he is screaming with a great pain. So that is why I smile. Don't misunderstand. Venerable Moggallana has a very compassionate, kind heart. He didn't smile that somebody is suffering there. It's not. It's that how wonderful that is his knowledge to see something that cannot be seen from the naked eye. That is why he said that. That's why he says it's amazing. It's wonderful. So Buddha says that formerly I also saw it, but I didn't tell anybody. Because if I say it, nobody can believe me. If nobody believes the Buddha, they will accumulate bad karma. So that is Buddha is speaking in this sutta. So in Buddhism, dear friends, the Buddhism we believe in the ghost. They are here and there. Those who have kind of the particular knowledge, the jnana, dibba chakku, they can be seen. They can see. And there's this Sanyutta, this category, this section, talk about all about ghosts. There are more than hundreds of stories about the ghost. Different types of ghosts. Something like the meat of the flesh is flowing there. Same as the crow, eagle, chasing man. Yeah, that meat of flesh is screaming. And the Pesi Sutta, a piece of meal, and Pinda Sutta, piece of flesh. Who was the bird hunter in his previous life. After his death and gone, he born as the piece of flesh. And in the Kumbhanda Sutta, the fourth ball, the corrupted officer. When he was alive, he was a corrupted officer. So after his death, he born as the fourth balls. So same, the eagles and other the birds eating the meat, they chase him. And that being is screaming in the pain. There's so many. And the Guta Khandaka Sutta, the dung eater, when he was alive in the previous life, when monk approached for the alms round, he saved the dung, cow dung, and asked him to eat. So as the result of that, the bad action, he was born as a preta, the ghost, who always eat the cow, the dung, live in that the dirty places. So all this Lakkana Sanyukta explain the different type of ghost. So what is interesting here, dear friends, so they became a ghost is because of their own bad action, their own bad karma. And Tirokudda Sutta, which is very popular sutta. So Tirokudda Sutta, it's outside the world. So earlier I talked about the intermediate state, what is called the Gandhabba, Antara Bhava. That That concept was developed, I believe, okay? It's my personal view, from this sutta. So after they have been born in the ghost world, departed relatives will come back to their own houses. Don't be scared, okay? Don't be scared, not be scared. They are very poor and innocent. They cannot harm you, okay? But we can. We stand by the doors. And they also stand outside walls and intersections. They are waiting for their living relatives to give the merits. They are waiting for. And being in the ghost world, do not farm. They don't do anything, right? They cannot actually. They are in a very poor situations. So they are totally, if they want to relieve from the suffering, our relatives and friends, we ourselves have do something good and share the merits. That's only then they can free from the suffering world. The Tirukutta Sutta further explain. So after they receive and rejoice the merits, they bless them. May my relatives have longevity. May my relatives be blessed with good health, happiness, and all these things. Yes, sir.
I understand from another speaker, I don't remember, when we transfer of merits, we have to think of that particular relative. If we don't think, even though we transfer merits, they cannot get that.
Yeah, we can say that because we have the mind connection, mental connection should be there. It's not the passive process. It should be the very active process. When you performing the transfer in merits, the other party should be connected, right? So it's like not like making a bank transaction. It's just like making a phone call. If you want to make a phone call, if I want to call to Mr. Leslie, the action is completed when we answer the call. If not, the action can't be done, right? Exactly. Yeah. So it should be the very the active process, not the passive one. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
That brings us to the next question. How do we know our relatives is in that realm? They could have gone to a different realm. So we'll be dialing the wrong number.
Another realm.
We'll be dialing the wrong number.
We don't know. But there's a way to know. There's a way to know. How I explained very early. You have to cultivate your mind. Attain that kind of the higher level of knowledge. Then you will see where the relatives, departed relatives, we born in that realm or somewhere else. We don't know actually. Yeah. Also we can say, dear friends, we can say that looking at the present life. If someone is performing wholesome, the constructive, good, and ethical life, there's more possibility to be born in a higher realm. Why I say the more possibility? Still we don't know it's the last moment of chitta, the chuti chitta. It's also very important. If someone is very wicked, cruel, and unethical, and doing always unwholesome activities, so most probably he or she will born in unhappy realm. But if someone very greedy and too much attachment, greedy for food, greedy for drinks, greedy for power, greedy for sensual pleasures, most probably, perhaps, they might be born in the Preta world. Yeah.
So I believe 99%
No. Do you remember I explained 31 planes of existence and there's Samsara? Anamatago yam bhikkhu, remember? Indiscoverable. Today we feel that we have the parents. He is my father, he is my mother. They are my relatives, they are my siblings, they are my teachers and friends. This is this life. But we don't know how far, how long we have been coming. Right? So in this circle of existence, we don't know how many relatives. There are some suttas, Tinakanda Sutta. So if I go into those answering questions, I can't finish this one, okay? It's okay, right? So it's still the relevant to the point, I think. So Tinakanda Sutta is explaining that. The Tina means the grass. Kanda means feces. So Buddha says that when a Buddha was, Venerable Ananda was going for alms round nearby the field of the grass where the farmers are cutting the grass for the horses. So Buddha again smiled. Then later Venerable Ananda asked, what's the reason? What's the reason why Venerable Ones you smile? So Buddha says that it's because Venerable Ananda, suppose this, maybe we said the 1 acre, okay? There's more than that. 1 acre full of grass, and we cut in all the grasses, maybe 3 feet high, and cut all the grasses, and all the grasses is there. Maybe we kill the 100 kg, okay? Just a minimum, 100 kg of grasses there, and cut all the grass into 1 inches, and making the one heap. Somebody go there and take 1 piece. This is my father of this life. And take another piece. This is my mother of this life. And this is my father of my previous life. And like that, go back. Buddha says that the heap of the grass will be finished, but someone who became a father to mother to you will still continue. So that's how long is the samsara. So this doesn't mean that ineffective. When you transfer in merit, we particularly focus someone who's recently passed away. At the same time, when monks advise you, think about all my relatives. The samsaric journey, all my relatives. That is why the Buddha advised the King Bimbisara. Bimbisara had the dream about the screaming beings at night. He was terrified. He approached the Buddha and asked about it. The Buddha explained, it's your previous relatives, previous friends, siblings, parents. They were still suffering there. Nobody has transferred merit. Buddha says that my parents are living. When King Bimbisara says, my parents are still living. Who are they then? Not this life, the previous life. Then King Bimbisara was advised to make a dana, generosity practice, and transfer merits. The next day, he saw the very nice dream. All relatives in happy and the very comfortable cloth. So still they can eat. And another thing that whether our departed relatives, they receive or not, no matter they receive or not, we as a being have to continue this journey. We need the positive, wholesome, the karmic energy we should have it. So it will benefit to us. Yeah. It will never be vain. Yeah. Petavattu. Peta means the ghost. Vattu means the explanation. There are 51 stories about the pretas. So Venerable Sariputta's previous mother, due to his bad action, be born as a preta. And Venerable Sariputta and Moggallana was wandering, going for alms round. Venerable Sariputta here, somebody was calling him, my son, please help me. My son, please help me. So Venerable Sariputta, after hearing this, he looked back, who is there? Who is calling me son? Then he noticed that it's me here. He says that, I was your mother in previous life. I'm living in the ghost world, suffering from hunger and thirst. That's the very, very common thing. Ghosts normally suffering. Sorry.
The gospel here is referring to those people who once departed become ghosts, or is this gospel is after the whatever they serve, whatever the karma that they have, then born as ghosts.
Yeah, here the ghost means not someone who passed away, not the dead one. Of course, it's dead one. It's somebody who was born in that realm, that world. It's a ghost. It's a hungry ghost.
They are in the intermediate stage, and they don't want to go to the next phase.
Yeah. At the very beginning, I emphasize here, this is the Theravada point of view. So where we don't believe in the intermediate state. So Chinese Buddhism and the Vajrayana Buddhism, I know that. And I have studied that they believe in the intermediate state. So during this state that we can do some meritorious deed and share the merit, then they can be born in a happier realm, higher realms, right? So in Theravada, we don't believe in such thing. We don't talk about that intermediate state. Huh? Don't confuse. This is the Theravada point of view. Okay? That is one aspect of understanding the Preta. So Venerable Sariputta's mother, previous mother, born in the ghost, so he explained all the sufferings, what kind of food that he's having. So he was still suffering from the thirst and hunger. So Venerable Sariputta, he was going for alms round, so wanted to offer the food. So but when the ghost, the hungry ghost, took the food, that became the charcoal, the burnout. So Buddha then he referred to these stories to the Buddha. They performed the dana and shared the merits with his previous the mother, the ghost, and he received the merit and be born in a happier realm. That's I make it very short, the story, because the time is so short. So Metta Sutta, we all know that the 500 monks were instructed in the meditative object and go to the jungle and practice meditation. Initially, when monks approached to the jungle, they couldn't practice meditation. They were disturbed by the spirit. They are not the ghosts, the kind of spirit who live in the jungle. Yeah, who live in the trees. So they started to disturb. Then they couldn't concentrate. The meditation was so bad. They created so many disturbances there. They approached, they came back to the monastery and reported this story to the Buddha. The Buddha says that you went there without weapon. What's the weapon? So Buddha explained the Metta Sutta, practicing loving friendliness. So Karaniya Metta Sutta, popularly every day we chant it. So monks learned by heart that sutta and went there and recited and practiced. So then it started to that, the spirit started to help them, support them. What leads someone to be born in a hungry ghost, hungry world? So if you develop a mind of the hungry ghost now, here, if we are so greedy, we are having the blind-centered and the self-centered blind desire. We are greedy for, as I mentioned, power. We are greedy for food. We are too much greedy, extremely greedy for drinks and sensual pleasure and other thing. So most probably, his next life, he will be born as a hungry ghost. So their own karma, their own negative, destructive karma will leave him, his or her, he born into the unhappy world realm. The dominating factor is the greed. This, of course, when you are greedy to achieve something, when you are not satisfied with something, we want more and more and more. We are ready to do any other things to achieve. We are ready to do other evil things to satisfy our wanting, our needs. So then there is other negative emotions, other negative thoughts will follow. Hatred, anger, jealousy, cruelty, animosity, all these follow. Then definitely then what happen after our death? We will born in unhappy realms. So dear friends, so we are very fortunate. We are very fortunate to be in a human world. So still we are alive, so we can decide. We can decide our next life. Still we are alive. So as I mentioned earlier, what is the role of the karma? Those who do the good, positive, wholesome activities, as a result of their positive activities, they will born in a higher. And as a result of bad, wicked, cruel activities, we are goes to down, born in a lower realm. So Buddha says that Kicho Manussa Patilabo. It is really hard. It is really rare opportunity be born in a human. That is why I said we are very fortunate. We are blessed to be born in a human. And not only that, Kicho Buddhanang Uppado, Kicho Saddhamma Savanam. The appearance, the birth of the Buddha, the rising of the Buddha, also extremely rare. And get opportunity to listen to and read and understand the Buddha's teaching, also rare. So we are still living. We are very fortunate. We are born as a human. We are born into the where the Buddha's teaching is still there. Buddha, even though Buddha was passed away, his Dhamma is still in the pristine purity. We can easily access YouTube and the PDF, website. We can easily access some TV channels, radio channels. So dear friends, take this opportunity. Don't take the human life as granted. Do good, be good, to make sure that where are your next destinations. I think that much is enough for a talk. So if you have any questions, we can spend few minutes. So the professor is here, Bhante is here. So Bhante also I kindly invite. So it's something that if I make any mistake, so Bhante can make correct, and Bhante also can take part in the Q&A. So thank you so much.
Hello, Bhante. Good evening. Bhante, can I ask two questions? Very short
sure.
one. Okay. First one, tonight's topic is in the Peta world.
Okay.
Which is one of the four. So whatever you say, does it apply to the other three, which is the animal realm, the health realm, such things as are they permanent? Can they receive merits and all these things? Means that because tonight talk is always on the Peta. So how about the other three? The health realm, the animal realm, and one more I forgot. So whatever you say, can it be applied to the other three? Means that can they receive merits from them? Can they, are their existence permanent? And this sort of thing. Okay, and then the next one is a very generic question.
I will answer this question first.
Okay.
So my direct answer to this one, there's a 31 plane of existence.
Yes.
Nothing is permanent there.
Okay.
So they are different. So Asura is different, and the Niraya means hell, is so much different from the Preta world. So the level of suffering is more higher. So Buddha was given some simile actually. So one monk approached him to ask how bad, how terrible suffering in the hell. So I explained the group Preta, right? They suffer in the unsatisfied, the hunger and thirsty. They eat the dirty things here in the human world. That's the Preta world. The Preta, that's how the Preta make their living, how they live there. So but hell, monk says that if I say no, you can't understand it. Please give me a simile. So Buddha says that suppose monk, the criminal one who was caught and king order punishment. In the morning, he will be given 100, how to say, the spear? Step 100 spear his body in the morning. Afternoon the same. Evening again the same. How painful it is. It is Buddha compared, it's like a small stone. The suffering in the hell is just like a Himalayan mountain. It's just a Himalayan mountain. So so much differences there.
But Bhante, can they get out from that ram? Can they get out of the ram? And second thing is, how about animal ram? Are they worse than the Peta ram? Animal. Some of the animal they enjoy better life than us, than some of the human beings. So, what is the level of their suffering?
Animal realms is visual, right? Everyone says animals is there. So I would not say that is a better or worse. Okay. So they are very poor existence. In the sense of poor, they cannot make any good deeds.
So the chances of them is even less.
There might be chances when they have finished when they are bad, the negative karmic energy is over. There is a possibility that they can be born in the other realms, or higher, or maybe lower.
Okay, Bhante, one very generic one. Why do some people able to see ghosts, feel ghosts? Why do some people cannot do that? What is the condition that allow these people? And then in seeing them, is it good or is it no good? For the Chinese culture, you see them is bad luck.
Bad luck.
Yeah. So I mean, for the generic people, why some people can see, some people can't see, some people can feel, some people can't feel? Why? Thank you, Bhante.
For this question, I have no particular answer, no direct answer. Why some people can see the ghosts and why some other people can't see the ghosts. This is how you get it. This afternoon, when I was, not yesterday, so Mr. Leslie asked me to give some blessings for the one police officer when he was there. So after that blessing event is over, the one young boy approached me. So very devotedly expressed the Buddha and make an offering and approached me and asked, Bhante, I have a question. Please, I said, go ahead. So I do my chanting at home. I invite devas. I said, I asked, how do you invite deva? He very nicely recited the Samanta Chakravale Subha, I learned by heart. And I asked, what kind of the sutta you recite? The Karaniya Metta Sutta and Ratana Sutta. He learned by heart all the suttas. He says that, Bhante, my question is, when I'm reciting, I feel something, the very, very unnatural things, my goosebump, right? Yeah, goosebumping. Yeah, this kind of thing. So, and I feel that kind of the nice fragrance, something like that. Is it good? I said, how do you feel it? Is it good? I said, very nice. Okay, then it's good, right? So I asked, when you transfer marriage to I said, I continue it. He asked me whether I continue or not. I said, you continue it. So it's a good thing. So don't forget to share the marriage with the divine being. I said that. So I said, actually, do you transfer message to your departed one? Said, somebody says that it's not good to do it at home, so it's good to do it at the monastery. So it's okay. So, and he further says that when I transfer merit at home, he feels quite uncomfortable. So I say, if you feel uncomfortable, don't do it. So in the sharing merits with the divine beings, and when you're chanting, he feels good, he feels comfortable, then I should continue it. So I don't know it's how comfortable note. So that is how, so it's up to us, it's very personal.
Bhante, just need some guidance. So can you just share a bit on high level, once the person departed, right, from Theravada perspective, how does it actually enter to the 31 assistant? Is there an option that they opt not to go? Something like that?
Not to go mean?
Not to go to this, follow these rules. 31.
Is there some possibility?
Yeah.
Not to go to that lower realm?
Yeah. Do they have the option to not go to this?
Oh. You ask me whether we can choose to be born in lower or higher?
No. Meaning that in Theravada teaching, right? Once a person departed,
yeah,
right? So because I noticed, okay, based on my observation, I noticed that there may be an option that they don't want to go for the light, so they stay in the current world, right? So I kind of curious that can they do that? Just take me as an example. When I departed, maybe I saw some light, but I choose not to go because some attachment that I have in this world. So is there such an option from Theravada perspective?
Bhante again.
Thanks.
Okay, it's another talk. So we have to give another talk, the Kamma Nimitta and the Gati Nimitta. So I have given a long talk to explain how this is happening. What happened in the Kamma Nimitta. Nimitta means sign, Kamma means the action. What we experience when we have the dead moment. The Gati Nimitta means what Gati means the existence, Nimitta means sign, what we experience in that moment. So it's a long way to explain it. So some people, depend on how they behave, how they live a life and their presence, they have the different type of the sight. As you said, somebody sees the light, somebody sees the light, maybe the bright one, somebody sees the dark. So, yeah, I know that. The Mahan tradition, and also we monks, our tradition also, when even at that moment, we try to help them. How we try to help them? Sometimes monks are invited to perform kind of the meritorious deed. Sometimes that person is reminded what good deeds he has done. Sometimes let him see the Buddha statue, some picture, so all these things. So helping them to not to follow. If you see the bad light, we don't know that, only he knows. So if it's the bad light, so when you have this kind of create the very conducive environment not to follow that one. Have the good thought. So then he can change it. But we don't know for how long. I'm not sure whether I answer you the questions.
Yeah, it's okay. But my next question would be, so far, did any, I know that just now you mentioned that monk, right? You give some example to actually have some sense of ghosts, and actually those people, and there's some monks actually try to find, but at the end they just found a rat, right? So I just want to ask out of curiosity, did actually monk got possessed before? Or if let's say...
Monk can possess ghosts?
Yeah, possessed by ghosts.
Haunted by ghosts.
Yeah, and in case we, as ordinary people, if let's say we saw them or we encounter them, what is the best advice that we can do, or any chanting that we can do to actually make things not so hostile? Thanks.
Yeah, that's a very good question actually. The people, human, can be haunted. Right? Haunted is the word, sir? Haunted or possessed? Possessed by the ghost. And if so, how we avoid it? I think it's also depend that how weak our mentality is, how wicked, cruel we are. I haven't seen that somebody possessed by the ghost. So I was live alone in a very remote area in Sri Lanka when I was doing my high studies, A-levels. So the temple is located in sometimes one monastery is 100 acres. Temples, they are coconut land. 100 acres. One side is fully covered by the rock, huge rock. And those area, though even though have the electricity, no the lamp in the street, no, there's no. And the house are very, very far. There's no closest house neighbors there. So after 7 o'clock, the whole area was dark. What the worst is, the cemetery was just nearby. And we don't have the attached bathroom. It's another 50 meters away on the bathroom. So at night, we have to go to the bathroom. So how I survive, I just recite the Itipiso when I was a novice. Just Itipiso Bhagavaran. But I think it's helped me. So what I want to say that, so I haven't ever seen the ghost. So in the Sutta, Buddha advised how we can be protected. In the Metta Sutta, right? We just explained it before, just talk about Metta Sutta. When we practice Metta, we will be protected. And if you are a very ethical person, then you will be protected. In Hong Kong, I live in the one Burmese monk. So he sometime, that Burmese, we live in the Hong Kong, also very remote area. It's called the Lantau Island. From Lantau Island, the Big Buddha. I don't know how many of them have been to Hong Kong. So Big Buddha Monastery, there are 45 minutes of hiking to inside the jungle. The vessel here and there meditation hut. So me and one Burmese monk live in one of the hut. And also we could see, and another nearby mountain is the cemetery, Chinese cemetery. And also nearby our monastery have the tombs here and there. So my Burmese friend, he's a very good friend, my Kalyana Mitra. Sometimes he go to that tomb and practice meditation. So I asked, don't you scared to go there and practice meditation? His answer surprised me actually. He said, Bhante, if we are morally good, if our ethical conduct is good, there is no need to be fear. So we believe in our moral conduct. We believe in our precept. Actually, fear comes when there is something, there is no something that we can trust on. If we are ethically good, we are well behaved, that action will be our weapon and arms. That is why Buddha says, practice metta. That is your arms, that is your weapon.
Bhante, I got a question. I think everyone should be interested. If I walk alone, let's say in the dark, suddenly I heard voices calling me. My name somehow, let's say. Okay. What should I do? Should I actually answer it, ignore it? Okay, there are things there are some people told me that don't answer, because if you answer, they will follow you, they will possess you. Okay, but there are also some people says that no, it's okay. You just answer back and see what he or she wanted from you. And if you can help them, that means it's good. But if you can't, then some people say that we cannot help because we are just ordinary people. We are not monks, you see. So this is my question. Thank you.
Okay, there's few points to be explained. So if someone call you, if I were you, I definitely answer. If somebody call my name, right? So who else answer then? So I don't know whether its answer is good or bad. If I answer, if you answer, you may be haunted. I don't know. It's kind of the belief actually. There is no evidence of proof. Is there any evidence to be proven that? It's a kind of belief, right? The belief system. So Buddhism doesn't emphasize any belief system. Buddhism emphasizes knowledge system, the experience. So these are the belief. The second part, you are not a monk. If monk is okay, the layperson, then don't do it. Buddhism is a fourfold. Monks, nuns, female lay follower, and male lay follower. So four group equally can practice. Go back to the previous answer. No matter you are monks or lay, if you believe some good qualities that have been cultivated, that you are cultivating, you believe it in. That's your safeguard. Dhammo have rakkati dhammachari. When we are practicing Dhamma, cultivating Dhamma, that Dhamma is your protection. So if you are not so unsure, the shake in mind, then there are many negative things could be happen. That's the short answer to that one.
So should we answer?
It is the choice. The humans only have that the willpower, the choice. It's your own choice. So yeah. So don't give that power to anybody. It's your choice. Whether I answer or not, it's your choice. Because I don't know that the tradition or those who believe.
Francis, does the ghost speak in English or in Mandarin?
Yeah.
Bhante, okay, one question for me. Are there any evidences in the suttas about possession? Humans who are possessed by spirits.
Yeah.
Is there any evidence in the suttas?
Yeah. In Vinaya Pitaka, in one story, Buddha says that monks, I have recited some blessing discourses in order to protect you from bad spirit. But there's one incident in the Vinaya Pitaka. I don't exactly remember the name, okay? So one monk was processed. So some monks try to help him according to his own knowledge, understanding, but he was not cured. What he did, he ran to the slaughterhouse. What's called the slaughterhouse, the meat shop, where the pig butcher shop, right? Butcher. And he drank the blood, raw blood, and he got cured. Then they report that one, then reported to the Buddha. Then Buddha didn't scold that monk. Buddha said, it's okay. The Anujanami Bhikkhave, I don't exactly remember actually. It's very nicely explained in the discourse. So that's kind of a story. It's there.
So there is a possibility of being possessed.
Yeah.
Okay. Which brings me to the next question. I think most of these possessions happen because of a weak mind.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
And also because of a huge imagination that human beings have. I think much of the fear of ghosts are due to, at least now in the modern day, is due to movies, horror novels that we watch, or read and watch.
Yeah.
And this imagination plays up in our minds and causes this fear to build. You might not see it, but just because you see in a movie, imagining a ghost in a fridge or a TV or whatever it is, it works on you drastically. So even if there's nothing there, you feel there's something there, right? So it's all human-made.
It's a big mind. In Sri Lankan, the Sri Lankan terms for the ghost is Holmana, right? Holmana. Hol means shaking. Mana means mind. Shaking mind. It doesn't mean that there is no ghost. I mean, when mind is weak, when mind is disturbed, when mind is the second, it's simply the weak mind, then that kind of the processing could be happen. But when you are mentally strong, how we become mentally strong? How we make our mind strong?
It's a Dhamma.
Dhamma. Cultivation. So when cultivation, so when we cultivate, when the mind becomes stronger and stronger, then we always feel we are guarded, we are safe. Nothing to worry, nothing to fear. That is why the monks, if the monks, he can answer, because monks always mostly monks are practicing. So they don't fear of such things. So cultivate your mind, practice.
Good evening, Bhante. Okay, I have two questions. Okay, the first question, just now you mentioned about the beta. Okay, you mentioned that, okay, when they suffer, it's like a step. Okay, 100 times they were stabbed in the morning and 100 times stabbed in the evening or in the night time. But this one, you are referring to the physical body of the pain or the mental pain? Okay, that's my first question.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So I have a question.
Second question is...
Okay, I will answer the first question.
Okay.
So to answer the first question, I have a question.
For me?
Without mind, how do you feel the pain?
So, is the mind pain?
Is physical body itself can experience the pain?
Both.
Can?
Both.
The mind, the pain is, even the pain is knee, pain is the leg, pain is shoulders. The pain, the mind can pain it, right?
Okay. For the second, about the procession. Okay, very hit questions. Any mantra or sutra to protect that procession? Thank you.
Om Mani Padme Hum.
That one is for wealth. Om Mani Padme,
Good luck,
Padme
right?
Hum.
Om Mani. There is no particular mantra. Okay? There's no particular mantra. As I said, the early Buddhism or Theravada Buddhism, we don't emphasize such thing. Again, I have to tell, I don't know why I have to emphasize same thing again and again. So Metta Sutta is one thing. There are some other blessing discourses we can do. So what is most important is whatever you do, chant in the Metta Sutta, or Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato, do it with conviction. Do it with the trust. Believe in the Buddha's quality, Buddha's attainment, the qualities of the Dhamma, while applying to ourselves and enhancing ourselves, practicing to ourselves. Don't do it as a ritual and rite. Okay? So, if you don't remember the kind of learned by the whole sutta and the Metta Sutta, so you just Namo Tassa Bhagavato, Namo Buddhaya, Namo Buddhaya. But it should come from the inner heart. When you say Namo Buddhaya, if you are a cultivated person, within a few seconds, all the Buddha's qualities with you. You can imagine, you can recollect, you can reflect the Buddha's all the qualities and apply it to yourself. That's your mantra. Thank you.
Okay, Reverend. Sorry, back to his question just now. Okay, just now he was when he mentioned that people get possessed because the mind is weak, something like that. But if I am not mistaken, I may be wrong. According to the sutta, even Ananda got possessed one time where the Buddha had to come and help by, I think, Matangi's daughter. Okay, so how do you, I don't think Ananda's mind is weak, right? So how do you explain that? Is it because if karmically we meet in this lifetime and it's more of to pay back your karmic debt in your previous life, or what? I mean, if we look at even Ananda can be possessed, so I don't think it has something to do with a weak mind, right? Yeah.
It's not Venerable Ananda's was processed by the ghost. It's kind of the how to say, the magical things, right? When he did in the kind of the knowledge, the science knowledge system in India, not only India, the South Asian, we are popular to know that kind of the thing. So it's not the ghost. It's not that the process actually that disturb his mind. So it's a Venerable Ananda is still very ordinary lay, ordinary monk. Not attain Arahant. It means that he still has all the three roots there, right? Not the Arahant. So still the mind is not to cultivate that level. Still a ordinary person. Yeah. And Venerable Ananda, even Venerable Ananda attained the Arahanthood after Buddha's passing away. Of course, Venerable Ananda had the very unique qualities there. But he's not known as to be an Arahant. So, and another thing, he was not possessed by the ghost. It's another thing. It's a magical thing, another thing. Let's share the merits with the divine being. So we can share the merits divine being. Please have the thought that the merits we have accumulated, the preaching the Dhamma and listening to the Dhamma and offering, may all the divine beings in the world and all the other celestial beings receive these merits and rejoice these merits. And may all divine beings, devas, celestial beings, bodhisattvas, be well, health and happy. May they have the very smooth samsaric journey towards Nibbana. With that thought, we can say sadhu 3 times, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. And also we transfer our merits to our departed one. Please have a thought that may all my relatives in this samsaric life, my father's side, my mother's side, and all my friends, teachers, whoever they pass away, and if they born in a lower realm, the Preta world, on a lower realm, they will born in a happier, comfortable realm. If they born in a happier world, their happiness be 100-fold. Finally, may the merits be helpful to them have a smooth sansaric journey towards Nibbana. With that thought, we say sadhu 3 times to transform merit. And also, this merit equally bestow yourself. May you be blessed with good health, happiness, peaceful mind. And particularly, may the merit will help you to cultivate the Dhamma, the mind, and may you have the very healthy, the physically and mental healthy life. In order to cultivate, in order to make use of this rare human life opportunity. And finally, may the merit will help us to attain bliss of Nibbana by understanding Four Noble Truths. With that thought, we say sadhu 3 times. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I will recite some blessing stanzas in order to bless you. Bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha buddhanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabbha mangalam rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha dhammanubhavena sada sotti bhavantu te. Bhavatu sabbha mangalang rakkantu sabbha devata sabbha sanghanubhavena sada sonti bhavantu te. And also I will express my humble gratitude towards the Professor Mahinda. So thank you so much, Bhante, for coming here. And it's really the kind of the honor to me. And I was so blessed to have our Bhante. And also Mr. Leslie, it's your kind invitation to give me opportunity to preach the Dhamma. And I'm also equally grateful each and every one of you coming to this monastery this Friday. The Friday is have the fun time. That Saturday is a holiday. You can have the fun, and then Saturday have you can wake up late, right? But you come here, don't listen to the Dhamma. Thank you so much, and wishing you a very peaceful night. Okay, sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.